Mass is the cornerstone of the Roman Catholic religion. It's celebrated in times of sorrow and times of joy, such as the consecration of Bishop Hanrahan in Christchurch in August. After the Second Vatican Council in the early 60s, the 400-year-old ceremony underwent its most radical changes. The reforms were opposed by traditionalists like Archbishop Lefebvre, who continued to celebrate the Tridentine Mass and was finally suspended by Pope Paul in 1976. The Archbishop says changing the Mass risks changing the faith, so he and his followers say Mass in Latin with their backs to the congregation. Worshippers kneel rather than stand to receive communion. Through his interpreter, Father Hogan, the Archbishop says he blames the Vatican Council for the fall-off in church attendances and the decline in the number of people wanting to become priests and nuns.
All the world's bishops all say that there has been an enormous diminution of the practice of the Catholic faith, and particularly in vocations for priests and religious, since the council, and consequently there must be some reason for it. Just didn't happen. But the fact remains that amongst traditional congregations, so of religious orders or of priests or nuns, brothers, etc., there's not been any diminution. In fact, to the contrary.
The Archbishop has 4 seminaries around the world where priests are trained in the traditional way. About 500 New Zealanders are among an estimated 1 million followers worldwide. He's not optimistic that traditional beliefs can be absorbed back into the Catholic Church.
With the synod, which has just finished in Rome, the Holy See and the bishops assembled there have re-expressed their will to continue with all these reforms. And it's a totally unreasonable situation, since these reforms have brought about a disastrous situation in the church. Their fruits have been devastating, and yet they still wish to continue with these fruits and to continue with the reforms, etc. And consequently, for the present and for the near future, His Grace doesn't hold much hope.
Recently, the Vatican said the Latin Mass could be celebrated again, but only by those who believe in the modern Mass. However, the decision has had a spin-off for the Archbishop.
Many people who before were reticent due to the idea of being disobedient, now they say, well, the old Mass is now allowed officially, so therefore, in effect, great numbers of people have now started coming to our Masses throughout the world, and to other priests who have begun to say the old Mass. And so, while in effect it was aimed not for us, in effect it has had a beneficial effect.